What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today we're checking back in on an old friend called Imagine Earth. Now, this is a game where you're trying to colonize space, and you're trying to do it in a sustainable way. You can throw some planets to the dogs and just let them get super polluted and super annihilated in order to make other garden worlds and things like that, but really, you're trying to strike a fine point in between, you know, annihilating a planet and also getting some kind of, like, return out of it. So, let's start our intergalactic mega corporation and see if we can do a good job, shall we? We're going to dive on into the campaign. We checked in on this game about 2 years ago, I guess, was the last time I played this. And so there should be some new content here in the early access for us to dive through. If you're wondering why this week there's a lot more check-ins, it's just a little bit slow. That's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot of new stuff releasing on into the Christmas holiday season just yet. We just went through like a 3 or 4 month period where there was something nearly every single day coming out. But, you know, I've gotten kind of like stringent about my quality control lately. And so I'm trying to make sure you guys only see like the best of stuff. Part of that is that there's going to be kind of these weeks where I don't have a whole lot of new stuff to work on, but that leaves us with a big opening to go check in on old stuff that we thought we enjoyed. Let's go to Joma. Howdy, Splattercat. They call me Joe Zosta. I'm the head of expansion. I worked myself into this position thanks to a reputation for high profits, so watch and learn. Planet Joma has enough resources for at least 1.5 million people. Seems like there's a ton of gold here, so hey, let's extract those noble metals and maximize our profit rates. All right. Let's get started, rookie. I am, of course, far too busy to concern myself with entry-level groundwork. Let's start by erecting some of the basics. By the way, I have to decrease your starting capital. The company requires it to satisfy creditors. So anyways, sell some colony shares, finance the mission. If necessary, we can also sell colony shares. But fortunately, Joma is rich in precious metals like gold. We should place the first city center that's close to a gold deposit. Alright, so I've been given a landing permit. This entire game functions on triangles. Interconnecting triangles. We haven't surveyed that yet. It looks like we've got woods over there. It looks like we've got some kind of gemstones or something bouncing around. Alright, well, it wants it right there, so that's what we're going to do. The city Centurino. Heldrungen. Nah, dude. Ballertopia. Oh, no, dude. That's Balter. Ballertopia. There we go. Much better. And in comes the spaceship. And it drops our first little pod right there. Very nice. And then it's going to turn into like a corporate tower, in case you were wondering. The place from which we survey our domain. Ah, there's gold right there. Very nice. Professor, I think we've got Guyanese constructs here. Interesting. These terraforming machines are an advanced technology that manipulates force fields of a planet and release amazing powers. The Gaians left the machines on many planets in this galaxy when they withdrew from it many ages ago. Interesting. Okay, alien stuff was definitely not a thing the last time I played this game. I'm learning all kinds of new things right now. So we get another landing permit at 500,000 people. They also want us to reach and take over, looks like the temple structure. So we can try that. Looks like we're low on power. Looks like we got food, we got goods, and some other things happening right now. I do like that fade out when you mouse over this stuff. That's actually pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Universe Sim. Universe Sim had lots of really cool little user experience things like that. Dude, there's a lot of gold over there. I kind of feel like we should move in that direction. We have minus gold right now, so I think we should probably go with like a coal power plant. Might be able to do a gas power plant maybe, or we could do a biomass power plant. Either way would work. But it looks like we've got coal, like right here. So let's do that. We'll drop that on in. Hopefully that'll power everything up because we are definitely negative on electricity. There goes a little drone right there. Is he going to be the one that does it? Oh, nice. He just poops out like a little capsule corp thing that turns into a giant building. I respect it. What's that right there? Wait, am I about to talk to a frog? I'm talking to a frog right now. Hey, friends, there's a rumor that you've discovered Idion crystals on this planet. I'm a special vendor, and I need to have all the crystals. Sell them to me, and I will richly reward you. Build a spaceport so my trade drones can land. It will also have rare resources on board that you can use for crafting. All right. What does that little symbol mean right there? So we have, let's see here, food is missing. We have a coal power plant, though, so that's good. I have no idea where that's going to put pollution at. It's probably going to be bad. Can I get food from down here? It looks like we can log this, and it will continuously earn gold and can be stopped anytime to let the forest recover. We can examine the vegetation, but that's going to cost us like 3,000 euros. We've got our inventory and remediation. Waste disposal, water treatment, remediation reduces the local ground pollution. It also improves the durability of your buildings, the mood of your people, and your farm's productivities. Okay. What about food over here? We have the taiga. It looks like we can do industrial farms around. Okay. We can do cattle farms. We can do sea farms. All right. Yeah, go ahead and license the food, I guess, and then we'll put it right over here in this little temperate zone. Looks pretty good to me. Little drone, go and do your thing. I'm trying to feed my people and make sure we aren't negative, and then we'll open up a logging operation over here so that we start generating goods. I think that sounds like a really, really good plan. So that building is up and rocking. Another triangle, dutifully built by your corporate slave Splattercat. Very nice. I assume the pollution from this thing is probably going to cause problems. Looks like we got food coming in, though. We got food. We got power. Our population is growing. I assume that we're collecting taxes. No, we're paying overhead. Okay. It's not a lot of overhead, though. Like, it's not the worst overhead that I've ever seen. And it looks like we do have colony pods coming in. Let's go ahead and we'll put in a logging operation over here. It needs a warehouse within the colony area. Interesting. Okay. So as far as goods go, we can have a stone quarry. We can have a wood factory, machine factory. What about infrastructure? Maybe it's in there. A warehouse. There we are. Okay. Yeah, let's put a warehouse right there. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I'm happily placing buildings and enjoying myself. All right, so we pooped that out right there, and there you go. You ever just have one of those days where you wake up and you're like, yup, today I'm going to poop a warehouse. Well, today is one of those days. There we go. Now we got our warehouse. And so now we can start logging this thing. I don't know like how bad that's going to be, but it's going to generate us some goods right there. Oh, it looks like we're laser logging, dude. That's like a much radder way to get the job done. That's the future that I want to be a part of right there. The future where we use space drone lasers to harvest trees. That's what I'm all about. So we've got plus 91 right there. I don't want to overdo it with this forest. I'm assuming that that's the health of the tile right there. I'm not entirely too sure, but my guess is something bad happens when that gets really, really low. Let's find out, actually. I'm going to let this one run out. Let's find out what happens. I want to see for myself. Oh, it actually, like, strips it. Okay. Understood. It's a dead coniferous forest. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll prep this up so that we can build buildings or something over here. It looks like we have goods right now. It looks like we have food. And it looks like we have energy. So I feel as though we're doing a pretty good job. And it looks like we finally have enough people living here that we're actually not losing money. We're gaining like $1 per day. Huzzah! Yay for us. What can I do right here? We can do urban development. I don't know what we got to get gold mining, though, at some point, too, right? It seemed like it was pretty stoked about the gold mining. Can I mine that right there? Oh, we can just, like, straight up mine it. Okay. Yeah, and it'll open up new land, too. I see no downside to that. I think that should work out pretty okay. We'll send a drone over here, too. What does that do? Prioritize. A busy harvest drone is directed here from less important mining areas. Oh, so we have a limited number of drones. Okay, that makes sense to me. Wow, we're going through goods and sundries like really, really fast. But we are picking up a lot of precious minerals, so that's pretty sweet. Yeah, mine away, and then we'll mine over there, too. We need to start producing something. That's what I think. We need to start, like, producing something out here. So let's say we wanted to make goods. We can do a stone quarry. Yeah, let's go ahead and license a stone quarry. And we'll put that right... I feel like a stone quarry should probably be, like, away from the parts of the city. Yeah, we'll put it right there. That looks good. It's probably not going to get built for a little while, just largely because, like... Oh, we have another drone. Cool. Yeah, go and get me some more gold, dude. And then we'll build, like, a trade platform, and we'll try to take some of this gold off planet so that we can trade it. What is this right here? What are they upset about? Oh, they're upset because we're out of goods. Gotcha. We're sending 100,000 people, though, that are living here, which is pretty cool. I don't know if they're mad about a housing shortage or if they are mad... There we go. Now we're kind of positive over here. It looks like I can easily relocate buildings, too, if you end up feeling like your placement is bad or you don't very much like where you've put earlier things. It looks like, actually, we should be able to do something right there. My emissions balance is kind of bad. So apparently, with my emissions, it's going to make the temperature of the planet go up. Gotcha. And then oh, okay, so it increases the chances of disasters and other problems that are going to come out. All right. So we're probably going to want to do some things that maybe, like, heal these areas up. Let's see. We can prioritize logging this. I don't think we should log it. Yeah, let's investigate this over here. How are you doing over here with that gold mining? You doing okay? Ah, we've got research over here as well. Okay. Now we can get genetic modification. So produce pesticides themselves and enable the use of more specific herbicides. However, they can be harmful to health and make pests resistant. And we also have robots. Increase factory production by using robots, but it's going to lower the amount of power that we have. We can optimize our coal plant right there, but that's going to make it more expensive to maintain. All right. Yeah, we'll go with city level 3 over here. Why not? We'll go with a safe research for right now. We can rename it. It looks like we can level it up, but we need 2 different types of foods and goods in order to get that done. So we're mining stone right now. We're researching this guy over here. I assume that we don't need a drone in order to get that done because the progress meter appears to be doing its own thing. Oh, we've researched bamboo. Gotcha. So can I just, like, flat out plant bamboo in places? Like, is that a thing that I can do now? It seemed like for a second. Looks like we can do an industrial farm over here. It's going to make things a little bit warmer, obviously. We don't want our deficit to get too high. Let's think about this trade platform first, actually. So we've got goods over here. We've got a wood factory, machine factory, chemical plant. Where is trade at? Ah, there's our spaceport right there. Okay. A remediation center. We'll put our spaceport right here, maybe? Looks like my spaceport doesn't like being in certain areas, so we'll do the spaceport right there, because we're full up on gold, and so I kind of want to sell this stuff off and make a whole bunch of money. So next landing permit's at 500,000. Build a spaceport so that we can trade items in that idiot ore or whatever it is. We can reach and take over a temple structure. We are going to have to do that at some point. But there's our pad right there. Very nice. That should start bringing in some money, I would think. So we can get a special vendor. We can request a merchant. We can relocate that thing. I don't know if they're going to come on their own, so I'll request one for right now. We'll have somebody come on out and see if they want to move things around and, like, make things a little bit easier. Ballertopia seems to be somewhat happy at the moment. 2 city levels of expansion needed. Count the numbers on the neighboring district roofs. Oh, so we got to make it, like, bigger around here then. Okay. Yeah, put another city center right there. Maybe we'll grow a little tiny bit. And it looks like we've actually got a fairly cool pod pulling in. Well, if it isn't my favorite customer in the whole wide galaxy, I can now procure tech licenses for you, and with those you can get new buildings for your colony. All right. I will sell you 100 gold for sure. I'll sell you 100 more gold, in fact. I do have grains. So technically I could sell those because we're pretty positive on those. And then with you, did you want 100 coal? I don't know if I should do the coal. We might need the coal. But either way, it's a nice little paycheck, and our city is growing again because we've got this little urban development area. So we're going to have to put another neighboring living area next to this if we want to level it up. I had trouble seeing the numbers right there. I would honestly suggest that if it's going to be like in a snowy area, this should be underlit or something so that the player can see it kind of easily. Can I tell him that we're done here? Tech licenses would be nice, but I think we're good for now. I assume that he'll take off like once he's no longer needed. I'm also going to queue that up for mining. Looks like we cleared the rocks out down here. I'm still looking for ways. Yeah, I'm still looking for ways that we might potentially be able to fix the planet. But I think that may not be the point of this mission. Let's go study those right there with some of the money we just made off of gold. He's going to finish up over here in a while. It's going to be a bit. He's not going to be done with that for a hot minute. But here's some more gold. I would love to have some more money. I don't know. I assume he's just going to, like, hang out, and that's pretty much all that he's going to do. I would guess that in a world where gold is, like, super prevalent on other planets, it's probably going to get devalued by quite a bit. We need to get over here. We can claim this. Oh, but the price depends on the nearest city center. Gotcha. All right, well, we can do urban development over here. There you go. And that'll get us to the point that we can upgrade our city center and maybe expand our influence a little bit further. That's also going to get us growing and, like, have money coming back on in, which I like having my money be net positive right there. It makes me feel happy. We may need more goods, though, in order to make people pleased once this gets done. We'll see how our overall kind of stuff goes on. So building materials, production, timber, storage. All right. And now we can take this up to level of 2. Let's see how it looks. Looks pretty good. Oh, we got more drones. Nice. Hover the research panel on the top left to see how many districts you need to level up to get more research budget. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Idion over here too. He wants this idiot ore or whatever it is. Yeah, go ahead and mine it, dude. I feel like we have an extra drone over here, but maybe our drone is just being a little bit lazy at the moment. So we need another housing district next to those. I don't think I planned this out very well. I think they have to be adjacent to one another. So we may not be able to build this up. However, with our city center growing like this, oh, our goods are falling off. All right, well, let's increase our goods production then. We get 30% more from our stone quarry if we research that guy right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. Put that inside our research queue real fast. We're pretty much net positive on money right now, so I think we'll be all right. Charming, comfy little colony, isn't it? Far too comfy, and that's why it's time to make a metropolis out of this hick town. Honestly, 200,000 people is not really a hick town. That's a pretty, like, I live in the Bay Area, which is very, very highly populated in California, and I definitely don't think of 200,000 as, like, a small area. Like, if you're under, like, 50K, all right, that's, like, smaller, but, like, 200,000 is kind of the average for most of the places out here. We're falling off pretty hard on materials. So I think it's time for us to think about getting more. So we can set up a wood factory. We need a forest in order to do that. I'm going to license it, even though we may not have the stuff that we need. It needs to neighbor it, and it feeds in. Okay. So actually, this would be an optimal spot. So what we should do is we should relocate this. And is there a good spot for it? Oh, there really isn't. I guess we could get it back there. The farm has reduced productivity because of a too hot or too cold temperature in the region. The generator induces a thermodynamic field that optimizes local temperature by 10 degrees. The thermal field technology works brilliantly, but it costs a lot of energy and causes emissions. Okay, well, I'm just, like, rearranging things for right now. We can figure it out, right? Over here, I'm a little bit worried that might be our only good farmland. We are on, like, a little frosty patch over here. Yeah, we're still on negatives, but I think that having something that produces a lot of goods could go right there. Guys, I'm so excited. Have you harvested a load of idiot crystals for me yet? Not yet, dude. Not yet. I only have one drone, and he's kind of lazy. So, like, as much as I would love to give that to you right now, I don't have it. I don't have it. Population's probably going to bail on us pretty soon. So we should probably figure out, like, where we can get a new farm in. Fortunately, it's kind of a tall order. It's 23 more food right there. It's got reduced optimization. We can do 38 right there, though. That'll even us out for now. And then once our research is done, our little choppy factory over here, our stone quarry, should be producing quite a bit more goods. As of right now, we're sort of producing bads, so it is what it is. I know we have reduced efficiency from right there, but I just don't have anywhere that I can really put any of this stuff, unfortunately. There. We're net positive on everything for right now, except for power, I guess. So let's figure out, do we not have, like, solar or something? So we've got gas power plants. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to need some more tech licenses. You got license, you got titanium, lithium. Nope, you don't have any of that stuff. All right, fair enough. We are picking up whatever this stuff is. I don't know how long he's going to stay. Is that little thing beneath him a timer? Or is that his cargo capacity? I think it's his cargo capacity. Would you like to get some Idian? There you go. I'm giving you Idian. He wants 200 of it. Okay. All right. I think we can do that. There's actually not a lot of Idian over there. What is that, like a coal field? Oh, it's just rocks. Gotcha. We've got a slow trickle on our power plant right now, so I think we should be okay. So that's done. Oh, that's why we have a slow trickle, is because that technology got done and it increased our throughput. Gotcha. Is he going to damage these on the sides of himself, making all these products and things for me? I can only assume that the answer is yes. And that's definitely what's going to be happening. Food is a little bit low. We are growing again, though, and we are turning around a profit. So maybe I'll just let it run for a minute until we have everything that we need. We can put in a new coal power plant up there. I think we actually, this is positive right here. I was looking at it kind of negatively, like you wanted this to stay up, but I think this is actually like our balance for like how many things we can build before the planet effectively falls apart. Honestly, I wouldn't be against raising the temperature a little bit. If I can relocate this guy to like somewhere else outside the periphery of the city, I think that would probably be pretty good. Oh, that coal pile is just outside our influence too. That's a bummer. Okay. Man, you miss out on a lot of power if you don't place it on a spot that's like specifically for coal mining. All right, we'll move you up and over to there because I need some of this land back, dude. And this will increase the output of our farms too. Our power output's going to be kind of like bad for a second, but we'll finish it. I do very much like the way that they added relocate. I don't think the relocate was in the game the last time I played it. Last time I played, the game was almost like a puzzle because of that. Like, you had to really think about where you wanted to put stuff. On one level, losing that puzzle-style gameplay does hurt the game a little bit, in my opinion. But at the same time, I think it makes the game a bit more lackadaisical and fun, in all honesty. Oh, that coal deposit would have ran out, too. All right, well, we're mostly positive on most of these things. What's up with this coral over here? What can we do? We can harvest it? Okay. Go get the gold. Oh, you're harvesting that. Is that goods? Like, what does that count as? Medical substances. Oh, so we use that for, like, healing people. Okay. I can live with that. That sounds all right. Food and everything's recovering. People seem to be somewhat okay. If I could put like a urban development, like a park over here or something, that'd probably be a good idea. Generate super fertilizer. Interesting. Okay, good to know. What can we do on water? We can do a sea farm. All right. How bad is this down here? Like, how fast is this degrading? Not that fast, actually. It seems to be okay. But it seems to take a long time to harvest those, too. I will buy a tech license. In fact, I'll buy 2 of them. Because we're going to need some new buildings before too long. But, like, right here... I kind of like the idea of a sea farm. Yeah, let's get the sea farm right there. I'm going to let them keep harvesting that, even though it is being harvested at like a really, really fast rate. How many people did I need? 500,000 people. Okay, so I'll probably put an urban development center right there, but I want to even out my resources before we do it, because we're trickling off right now. I've got grains and things, but I think we're going to have to make a sea farm in order to make this all function. I'm going to cancel that in just a minute. We'll just kind of harvest around here the best that we can. Looks like we've got another slot right there that I could possibly put in another sea farm. Food is looking great right now, so that's good. We finally got the food issues fixed. As far as our research goes, yeah, let's go with energy efficient construction. That sounds all right to me. Yeah, energy efficient construction, because that looks like it's going to reduce the amount of power that our houses are consuming, and we do have a couple of those in play right now, so I'm interested to see how that evens out our power throughput. Kind of an interesting little city builder. Yeah, take these medical substances. Yeah, just take them as you desire them. I'm trying to keep money coming in right now. I think our next job is going to be to relocate this guy. We get better output right there, so I'm going to put it over there real fast. While we've got the extra stuff to spare, that'll also clear out this area right here so that this gets its efficiency back and it becomes a little bit more effective. That also clears out this spot right here so I can do something else with it. How you guys doing over here? Medical substances are okay? All right, we'll go ahead and cancel that out. I do think that gold is probably our best producer right now. Yeah, go get the gold. If I do another warehouse, I think we get another drone. I just noticed that the drone lands on top of the warehouse. I can probably harvest faster and kind of like beeline this process to make it go a little bit quicker. Isn't it a cool little game, man? It's such a, it's so interesting watching this game develop from like a pseudo puzzle game into like a full on, like it's been years, probably about 5 years since the early access came out on this. And like my first run at this game, it was very much a placement puzzle game about like, where can I put this object? Where can I put this? So on and so forth. And now it's much more of a city builder, which I appreciate. Go ahead and mine that for me, would you? Getting rid of this gold, I think, is also going to have the additive effect. It's going to give me some temperate land that I can possibly build on, which I do feel like we're really, really lacking right now. Like, I feel like we're struggling with temperate land. So what's wrong with you? What's gone? So your production is 83%. Oh, the temperature is subpar. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't really think there's anywhere that I can move you for right now. I might be able to move you over to here once we're done on this side. But for now, I think we kind of are where we are. I don't know why this keeps flashing at me. Like, I think it wants me to unlock a building. But, like, I'm kind of waiting to see what I need before I unlock buildings. So it sitting over here and, like, flashing at me is just like, don't really care about that. Oh, so that's not on a coal deposit, so that's why it's not producing. Okay, gotcha. It's down by 20%. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Just takes time. You guys keep on mining, like, everything we can get our greasy little mitts on. Like, literally everything. Just destroy it all if you can. That looks like it's recovering at a reasonable rate. There's a lot of gold inside of there, though, so I think we'll be all right. Get a little bit more cash over there. We got to find Idion. I don't know. There's some Idion over there. It's pretty far, though. That's an oil deposit. Okay, so there's other resources that we really haven't fully played with yet. All right. There's another temple over here, too. Okay, what's it going to cost me to claim this temple over here? $1,000 There you go. The temple is charged with Gaian energy through the presence of intelligent life. Build a district next to the construct so I can investigate the phenomena. Okay. That's what science is all about. Phenomena. Doop doo 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 doo. Phenomena. Doop doo doop doop. Phenomena. Doop doo 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 doop doo doop doo doop doo doo doop 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 doop. You see the temple complex under the floating construct? In the past, Joma must have been home to a culture that worshipped the Gaians as gods. The Gaians had reached a level of existence that for us still seems kind of unattainable. I'll see what I can find out about this species. All right. What's up with this right here? Gas power plants are available to us on Joma. Due to lower exhaust emissions, they are an interesting alternative to coal power plants. Is there actually... Oh, there's a gas reserve right there. But that would make me have to put it right next to my city, and I feel like they'd be upset with me. Yeah, I was going to say, we're getting like a red marker right there. We can, however, put one right there. And that would really bang up our power. That's for sure. What research are we working on right now? So here... we've got a bunch of things that are giving us more production... But at the end of the day, they all come with penalties. Alright, well, we'll just start level 4 research real fast. Just so we have something running while I'm thinking about what I want to do next. I'm actually kind of enthralled with this right now. I'm actually really enjoying myself. It's slow, but I kind of like that about it. It sort of strikes me as being sort of a city builder based around relaxation, and not necessarily you being super stressed about where you're going to get this done, where you're going to get that done. Just like that, we've got another trader coming in, so I think we've got a payday coming. What you got going on, man? We've got shellfish. We've got grains. Yeah, dude, sell the shellfish. And yeah, dude, let's get a paycheck. Sounds good. We can get some timber over here. We can get machinery and building materials. I think we're all right on that. I've got them scheduled up to go mine this as well, but I think they're going to try to get through the gold first because I think I pinged both of these. This spot right here, it's a subtrope with fertile soil. Okay. Oh. So apparently we get powers from the earth, from these temples that we unlock that we can use to bless our settlements and give them like a better chance of making it. I like that. I like the mix of magic and technology. I always find that to be appealing. Unfortunately, we're going to need a lot more building materials. So I think the next building down is going to have to be a quarry. So let me start here. And we've got a wood factory over here. We've got a stone quarry. The stone quarry can potentially... I've already got one right there. Can have this one go right here. It'll leach off of it. Yeah, that sounds all right. Cancel this. Leach off of that stone right there. That's going to work for a little while. It's not a perfect solution, but it does help a bit. Our debt isn't too bad, so I think we should be all right. Honestly, I think this is probably the place for a city district. Yeah, hopefully it connects by the corners. If it connects by the corners right here, I can upgrade both of these to level 2 metropoli. Is that how you pluralize metropolises? Metropoluses? I don't know. Either way, if the corners touch right there and it counts, this is going to be amazing. The corners do not count. Okay. I need 3 out of 5 to get that done. Corners don't count. Okay. So, with the warehouses over here, the warehouses are kind of unique in that I feel like I can basically relocate them wherever to make this more efficient. Can I do anything with these mountains right here? Doesn't look like it. Those mountains are really not great. I really wish that mountain was not there. I think I picked a bad spot, is what I'm thinking happened. Well, let's move both of you over to here. And then we will move you over to here as soon as that's a free field. We'll start playing around with what we want to do. Actually, we don't need to move you. Moving you is not a priority. We don't have to worry about that. Oh, no, we're out of power. Okay, well, I believe we had a gas plant around here that we could fiddle with, so let's put in a gas plant. We've got the extra money, so I'm not really worried about our overhead. That'll give us an extra 100 power to play with. They're back to mining, so that's great. You guys fly around and do what you're going to do here. Oh, this hasn't been upgraded. That's what it is. I got to upgrade the efficient lighting over here. There we go. Well, it didn't help out as much as I had hoped it would help out, but this gas plant's going to be up in like 30 seconds, and then we're just going to be like swimming in electricity. We've also got level 4 research done over here. We can do district heating. We can go shellfish cultivation right there. Yeah, we can go ahead and research robots, dude. What's cooler than robots? We gotta have droids that boop, man. Star Wars taught me that every hero needs a droid that boop. We can plunder it. I don't know if that's a good idea. We can repair it. We can offer a sacrifice. Man, this took a turn, didn't it? Well, I guess plundering is the next best thing, I suppose. It's probably not going to make us a whole lot of friends, but we can give it a try. Here comes the Tech Express, only the finest equipment that makes a colonist's hard life easier. All right, well, would you like to buy some gold? That's all that I have. I have a super fertilizer. An explosive device. Oh, I can blast that mountain out. Yeah, let me get the explosive device, and let me get the super fertilizer. That both sounds good. And then we're going to blow that up real fast just to get it out of the way. Digging the music, too. And it's got me kind of like into it right now. Still gathering up gold from over there. That mountain is now gone. And it's become just a pile of building materials. Okay, I'll queue it up for mining so that we can get rid of that right there. I don't really want to waste too much more on it. I mean, the other thing that we could do is we could build one of these guys, but like, I don't know, man. We're belching a lot of gases into the atmosphere right now. But yeah, this is Imagine Earth. I've enjoyed my time with it. I haven't seen any bugs. I haven't seen any issues. The menu and interface are a little bit busy. It's just an observation off of my front. The game seems easy enough to pick up and play. I haven't played any tutorials or taught myself really anything about this game. I vaguely remember that it was a game based on triangles, but other than that, like, we've been kind of piecing it together as I've been playing, and it hasn't been that difficult, so learning curve gets a thumbs up. Really like the sound design and kind of like the ship design and some of the other stuff that's going on. 28, oh, we're actually like straight up looting that thing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, we need the money, okay? We need the money. Oh, once you plunder it, you can only plunder it. It wants me to build a city district over here. And so, like, I'm gonna. Don't get me wrong. I think we should probably build the city district and get that done. But anyways, I was doing my outro. My name is Splat. You can tell that I'm having trouble putting it down. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping on. And if you wanted to get this game for yourself, it's out on Steam in early access and has been for quite some time. However, it has showed a lot of improvement over the years. And, like, I'm enjoying my stay and the lighting effects and the ship designs and sort of, like, interacting with things. I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in. I'll have something hot and fresh for you off the Indie Skillet tomorrow. But for now, I must bid you adieu.